So Mango's on her way home. She's been in the vets for 2 days. She just slept for 2 days. They've been feeding her and taking her outside to do her business, but she, other than that, has just been sleeping. And when she gets back to our house, she has a crate all ready, so she's going to be going in there. Skipper and Blaze are very curious about the new visitor, and they've been sitting guard outside her crate. When she wakes up and sniffs them, they've been licking her and sniffing her through the bars, and so they're kind of pretty curious as to what's going on and when this new dog is going to be able to come out and play. But Mango's not up to it just yet. It's going to be a few days until her body has recovered, so she's working very hard, sleeping and making herself all better again. So let's see what happens over the next few days. So Mango had to go back to the vet clinic every day to have her bandage changed, and we did that for the first week, and you can see the rapid improvements just after 5 days, and then after 10 days things are looking a whole lot better. She's eating fine, and she's getting a mix of puppy kibble and rice to help build her up. She is eating 3 times a day, which our little dogs are not happy about because they only get to eat twice, but they get just a couple of little bits when she has her lunch, and they're learning to play. And so Skipper and Blaze, they know that that she's a puppy, and they sniff her bandages, and so it's like they sense that she's not 100%, and they're desperate to play with her. But the cone is causing some problems because she keeps barging them in the face with the cone, so they don't like that too much. So we are really looking forward to the day when the cone is finally off, and I'm sure they're going to play together really well. She's a big softie, and she does like having her tummy tickled, and she will lie there and roll around for as long as you're prepared to do that. So she has this blue blanket, which is where she spends most of the day lounging around. Her crate is always on hand. If Skipper and Blaze start to play and things get a bit rough, then she'll sometimes go hide back in her crate just for a little bit of peace and quiet. She still spends a lot of time sleeping in there. But other than that, she's on this little blue blanket if she's not chasing around out in the driveway in the garden with our 2 little guys. So today is a big day for Mango. It's the cone off day. She has a bandage, and we sometimes put the cone on if we leave her alone too long, because she does like to pull and rip at the bandage and try and take it off. But the Skipper and Blaze have been waiting to play with her, and they're very good, and they know that she's a puppy, and so they're taking it easy because they do play really rough. But she wants to play, and they want to play, and so they're just getting to know each other and have a good time, really. So this is kind of fun watching them learn about each other. And again, she went back to the blue blanket if she's feeling that things are getting a little bit hot, but you can tell that she's desperate to get in there and have a good time, and so it's fun watching these guys get to know each other now the cone's off. So here we are after 3 weeks of having Mango, and so she's got no more bandage, no cone, and so she's free of all that. Her wound has healed up really, really well. There's just a couple more pink bits that we're still putting some cream on, but she is pretty much good to go. We're now trying to get her spayed so she can't produce more unwanted puppies and get her ready for her next home. A couple of people have asked why we don't keep her, and it's simple. We have 2 dogs already, and we have a 3rd spot for temporary residents, and so Mango is one of those. So if we keep her, we won't really have room to have a 3rd dog or a 4th dog, so she needs to find that permanent home. She is still a bag of bones, so she needs to put on some more weight, so she does still need some care and attention, but she's lovely, lovely temperament. She's very clean. She's house trained already. She learnt her name within a couple of days, so she's really, really smart. She is a bit of a bin raider because of her history of having living on the streets, and so you just have to we have to do some extra precautions, make sure the bin lid is closed, because she will pick up milk cartons and go and take them and hide and try and chew them open. So she does pick up all kinds of stuff off the floor, so we're constantly taking things off her, but that is just the nature of a street dog. But she will grow out of that pretty soon. So people have been asking, where is Mango? How do I adopt her? And Mango is actually in Grenada, which is the southern end of the Caribbean, about 100 miles from Barbados, about 100 miles north of Trinidad and Tobago. We have weekly air links here from the US and the UK, so if you're in either of those destinations, it's possible that we could work with you to find a home for Mango. So yeah, please contact us. The email address will be at the end. We are definitely really keen to hear from anybody that thinks they could be that new forever home for this lovely little dog. So this story wouldn't be complete without telling you what happened to the other two sisters to Mango, and this is one of them. Unfortunately, one of them died. We suspect that she ate something, probably something that she'd found, sometimes bones, but also occasionally these dogs will go to the neighbours' houses and rip open bins, and it's not uncommon for the neighbours to put poison out for the dogs when they get sick of keep tidying up the bins. And so it's a hazardous existence for these dogs when they're hungry, and they're also not fenced in. So anyway, we are working with the owner to look after this last little dog. We've called her Solo, and so things are going pretty well. We're now feeding her once a day. The owner is also feeding her, so things are going okay. She's a lovely natured dog, just like Mango, and it won't be long before we'll be taking her to get her spayed. She's putting on weight. She's still a little bit thin, but she's very happy. She's very bouncy. She knows the car when we stop, so she comes running down for her biscuits, and so things are going okay. So it's a happy ending for Solo, it's a happy ending for Mango, but we still are looking for that forever home for Mango. So SuzanneClark900@gmail.com is what the email address that you should write to. So please let us know if you think you might be able to give that home for Mango. We'd really love to hear from you. When we find that forever home for Mango, we're going to do a part 3 of this. So if you look online and you don't see the part 3, it means we're still desperately looking for that forever home. So please contact us if you think you can make a difference. This is a great little dog, and she deserves an excellent home. So if you can help us, please let us know. Let's help find a home for Mango.